How to get rid of head lice permanently. Getting rid of head lice. Be prepared to fight a long battle. Adult lice and immature lice are pretty easy to get rid of, but their eggs, called nits, are much harder to get rid of, and it is with these that the most problems crop up. People can think that they are rid of lice, but then get another case of lice from just a couple of eggs. Constant vigilance will be necessary to win this battle. Choose a pediculicide, head lice treatment. Using a pediculicide is the quickest way to combat a case of head lice. Some pediculicides are formulated to kill both lice and their eggs, while others only kill crawling lice. For the latter type, a second application will be necessary. To use a pediculicide, read the instructions on the bottle carefully and take these steps. Have the person being treated put on old clothes and sit in the bathroom. This makes cleanup easier. Apply the treatment to the hair and scalp according to the instructions on the bottle. Allow the treatment to sit for the recommended amount of time. It's usually an hour or less. Don't leave the treatment on for longer than recommended. Wash out the treatment using water, not shampoo. No shampoo should be used for 2 days. Comb out the lice with a nit comb. This step helps to hasten the treatment process if you're using a pediculicide, but you can also get rid of lice using a nit comb alone. Nit combs are handy tools that are specially designed to pull out nits, eggs, and dead lice as they are combed through the hair. Divide the hair into sections. Starting at the scalp, pull the comb from the roots to the end of a section of hair. Swish the comb around in a bowl of warm, soap water. This will kill the lice and their eggs. They die quickly without a source of food. Continue combing each section of hair until all the hair has been combed. Sanitize the comb by putting it in a dish of very hot water after every use. Lice and their eggs die when exposed to temperatures of 128 degrees Fahrenheit, 53 degrees Celsius, for 5 minutes or longer. Wash the person's clothes and bedding. After this initial treatment, wash all clothes, sheets, pillowcases, stuffed animals, and any other fabrics the person has come into contact with in very hot water, then run them through a hot dryer. While lice don't live very long once they jump off a person's head, it's still important to wash everything so you can be extra sure someone else in the family won't get lice. For items that can't be soaked in hot water, like hairbrushes and hair accessories, place them in plastic bags for at least 2 weeks. The lice will die without air and food. Monitor the hair for signs of life. After the initial treatment or combing, you'll need to diligently monitor the hair every 8 hours for signs of new life. Lice hatch in cycles, and it's almost impossible to get rid of all of them in one go. Do a thorough combing every 8 hours for the first 3 days. After that, continue checking the scalp every 16 hours and combing when necessary for the next 2 weeks. Most lice treatments require a second application after about 10 days to kill any lice that may have hatched since the initial treatment. Use an oil treatment to help the process move more quickly. Whether you used a pediculicide or not, there are natural substances that repel and kill lice. If you're sensitive to chemicals, it's definitely worth trying this oil treatment to help naturally combat the lice. Melt half cup of coconut oil or warm half cup of neem oil and massage it into the hair and scalp. Both oils have antibiotic properties. Use the nit comb to work through the oil-treated hair. The nits should come out much more easily. Try an apple cider vinegar treatment. This is another cheap, effective way to loosen the nits. Mix half cup water and half cup apple cider vinegar, and pour it over the person's hair and scalp. Use the nit comb on the hair, you should find them easier to remove. Use an essential oil spray. Certain essential oils repel lice and cause the nits to loosen more easily. Fill a spray bottle with 5 drops of essential oil per 1 ounce of water. Try 1 or more of the following: tea tree oil, lavender, oregano, peppermint, thyme, eucalyptus. Getting rid of other types of lice. Treat body lice. Body lice live in the seams of clothing and feed on human blood. They are larger than head lice and easy to spot on the body. They are commonly found in areas where people live in very close quarters or don't have access to bathing and washing facilities. Body lice are easy to get rid of once access to these facilities is gained. To treat body lice, do the following. Throw out the infested clothing. Lice can't live up to a month in clothes. Instead of trying to save them, throw them out. Take regular showers or baths and use soap. Regularly wash clothing, bedding, and other linens. Your doctor may prescribe a cream containing permethrin, maladin, or benzyl alcohol to help with the itching. Treat pubic lice. Pubic lice, also known as crabs, is most commonly spread through sexual contact. Pubic lice can also live in areas of the body with coarse hair, like the eyebrows, ears and armpits. The lice and their nits are easily visible. There are a few ways you can get rid of pubic lice. Get an over-the-counter lotion containing 1% permethrin or a mousse containing pyrethrins and piperinylbutoxide. These chemicals effectively kill the lice. Use according to the instructions on the package. Remove the lice with a nit comb. Wash your clothes and underwear in very hot water. Soak combs and other items in hot water for 5 minutes. Shave the pubic region. Getting rid of the hair the lice cling to is effective, especially in combination with the chemical treatment. Monitor the area for signs of new lice. It may be necessary to undergo a second treatment. Only use Lindane shampoo as a last resort. It's effective, but studies have shown it has a negative effect on the brain. Treat canine lice. Canine lice cannot be transmitted to humans, nor human lice to canines, but they can make your dog very uncomfortable. There are 2 types of canine lice, Trichodex canis, known as a chewing louse, and Linognathes cetusus, known as a sucking louse. Take your dog to the veterinarian. It's important to make sure that what your dog has is actually lice. Use a powder, spray or other treatment at the advice of your veterinarian. Wash the dog's bedding and everything he has touched in very hot water. Soak grooming tools in very hot water for 5 minutes.